guys, my name is Mickey and today I'm going to talk about the Fujifilm 50mm f2 lens. So this is the Fujifilm 50mm f2 lens. You can see how tiny it is. I can just put my whole hand over it with the lens hood off, with the cap off, and the bottom off. It's pretty damn tiny. Considerably smaller than the 56mm 1.2. So in terms of technical aspects, I would say that the 50mm beats the 56. The aperture ring has nice resistance to it. It's super clicky and it just feels like it's like built like a tank. It's weather resistant, so I can take this on my mountaineering trips through like cold ass, snowy, dusty, wherever I go. It renders things nicely. It's very good for videography. It has fast autofocus. It is quiet. Feels nice. It's nice and lightweight, so if I have a lot of shit I'm carrying, I don't have to really worry about this. And since it's weather resistant and the body's weather resistant, I don't really care what's happening. I'm here to shoot whatever I'm doing. 56, when I took it camping, I was kind of paranoid because there's smoke from the campfire blowing in my face. There was like dust because we were in the desert. I was kind of paranoid, but it creates fucking amazing stills. It creates amazing video, but you have to be aware that the autofocus is slower. It is a little noisy when it's autofocusing, but that's not really that big of a deal. Build quality wise on the 56, the aperture ring moves around quite a bit. It feels as if it's kind of loose, but that's just the way it's built. You can kind of also like move it up and down a little bit. You'll see that there's a little bit of play in it, which kind of like weirded me out. If the 56 had the build quality of the 50, it would be the most amazing lens ever. But it doesn't. So the 56 will be used for situations where I can kind of take my time. I don't have to worry about dust and weather and all that shit, so more for like commercial stuff maybe, you know, stuff that's a little more not so, you know, I can kind of take my time. I can do as many takes as I want. It renders things beautifully. Like, it's just a fucking amazing lens. I really enjoy it for landscape too, but I just get too paranoid because I hate dust, so I think when I'm camping and stuff, I'll take this one. So essentially, this will be like my run and gun, like I don't have time, like it's fucking snowing, I don't care what's happening, I'm using this one. In a more controlled environment, I would use the 56. However, the 56, depending on what you're doing, the focus distance isn't that great and the magnification isn't that great. So like, you'll be able to take a photo of something, but if it's like a product, you kind of want to get in closer. So this, I would use this one. So it's kind of annoying that you need like a bunch of different fucking lenses for different situations, but you know, if I had to only choose one, based off of what I do. So based off of what I do a lot of like adventure stuff. I go camping, I go hiking, trekking and all that stuff. If I only had to pick one, I would probably sacrifice the magic of the 56 and keep this one. Because I have a weather resistant body. It's nice that this is weather resistant. Like, it feels like it's built like a tank and it just kind of fits this nicely. It doesn't render the background as nicely for full body portraits. Up close it's pretty similar. I'd have to choose this one if I could only pick one. But since I don't have to only pick one, I'll keep both. Very fast autofocus, very quiet autofocus. So this one's actually really good for video. I will show you a clip of this little like thing that we put together, and that was all shot using the 50mm lens. Great lens for video. I like the lightweightness, I like that it's weather resistant. Some people say weather resistant lenses don't make any difference, but I just like the... Obviously, like, don't dunk this in the toilet and submerge it, but you can see, like, when you take this lens off, there's this little rubber gasket here and it covers the entry point here where it connects. So I can see how this would prevent dust from entering here. The 56 has something about it that you're willing to overlook the slightly slower autofocus. It's more noisy, it's more bulkier, but I think all of that kind of, you're willing to deal with it. It's kind of like if you have an extremely attractive partner, but they're kind of like, you know, have some little quirks about them. You're like, it's fine, because they're super hot. So that lens kind of, I don't know if that makes any sense, but that lens is just like pretty fucking good at what it does. But yeah, it has its limitations because video autofocus is kind of meh. And, you know, I'll throw in a video of the 56mm. I'm taking a video of a fireplace in slow-mo and I slowly pan up and you'll see how that autofocus does. Rather slow. I'll actually do a video right now to show you the autofocus on this lens. Okay, so focused on the camera, focused over there, focusing over here. See, it's like really smooth and rather... And this lens, the 50mm, I did a little photo shoot thing for my friend who runs like a party princess business, and so they had this character that they needed photos of in like a short little video. So I'll show you what that looks like. That's my conclusion. I would choose both. Because there's stuff that the 56mm can't do that this one can, and then there's stuff that the 56mm can do and this one can't. So, you know,